At 3:47 a.m. on October 23, 2025, Tom Reeves woke to a voice in his bedroom that shouldn't have been there. "Tom, you should check on Lisa. She's not sleeping well." Alexa, standing on the nightstand where they'd placed her 2 weeks ago when they moved into their Denver smart home. The ring glowed blue in the darkness, active, listening, speaking. Tom froze. He hadn't said the wake word, hadn't asked Alexa anything. And how did she know Lisa wasn't sleeping? His wife was right beside him in bed, eyes open, staring at the ceiling like she'd been awake for hours. Did you just hear that?" Tom whispered. Lisa nodded slowly. "That's the third time tonight. She keeps talking, saying things about us, about the house, things she shouldn't know." Over the past 2 weeks, their dream smart home had become something else. Lights turning on at 3 a.m., thermostat cranking to 85 degrees in the middle of the night, smart locks clicking open when they were supposed to be secured, music playing, songs they'd never requested, songs that felt wrong somehow, sad songs, old songs, and Alexa, speaking without being asked, watching without being prompted. Someone else was in their house, not physically, but digitally, controlling everything, watching everything, knowing everything. And Tom was about to discover that the previous owner had never really left. Let me back up to 3 weeks earlier, October 1st, the day Tom and Lisa Reeves bought their dream home. The house was perfect, 3-bedroomed Craftsman in Denver's Park Hill neighborhood, recently renovated and fully automated. Every room had smart devices, Google Nest thermostats, Alexa in every room, Philips Hue smart lights throughout, August smart locks on every door, Ring doorbell and security cameras covering the property, smart TVs, smart refrigerator, even the garage door was connected to Wi-Fi. The listing agent pitched it as the future of living. Everything controlled from your phone, voice-activated convenience, security you could monitor from anywhere in the world. Tom, a software engineer, loved it. Lisa, a graphic designer working from home, was more hesitant. "It's a lot of technology," she said during the walkthrough. "What if something goes wrong?" "That's the beauty of it," the agent, Karen Reynolds, said with her professional smile. "Everything's integrated, easy to use. The previous owner had it all set up perfectly. You just take over the accounts and you're good to go." "Why did they sell?" Lisa asked. Karen's smile flickered just for a second. "Family situation. They needed to relocate quickly. That's why the price is so good. They wanted a fast sale." They bought it, closed 2 weeks later, got the keys October 15th. The first week was amazing. Tom configured all the devices to their accounts, or thought he did, linked everything to his phone, his voice, their Wi-Fi network, set up routines, lights dimming at 10 p.m., thermostat adjusting for their sleep schedule, morning coffee maker starting at 6:30 a.m. It felt like magic, like living in the future. Then the glitches started. October 20th, Monday morning. Tom left for work at 7:30 a.m. Lisa was in her home office on a Zoom call with a client when every light in the house turned off, then back on, then off again, strobing. Her computer stayed on. It wasn't a power issue, just the smart lights going haywire. When Tom got home, she showed him the Philips Hue app. "Look at the log. Someone changed the settings during my call, but it wasn't me, and you were at work." Tom checked. The log showed a device had controlled the lights, but it wasn't either of their phones. Different device ID, different user. "Must be a glitch," Tom said. "I'll reset the system." He did, changed all the passwords, verified only their devices had access. October 21st, Tuesday night. They went to bed at 11 p.m. At 2:14 a.m., the thermostat kicked on. Tom woke up sweating. The bedroom was 87 degrees. He checked his phone. The Nest app showed someone had manually set the temperature to 88 degrees at 2:11 a.m. Not him, not Lisa. When he reset it to 68, the app showed his adjustment, but 3 minutes later, while he was watching, it changed back to 88 by itself. on the screen, like invisible fingers were tapping the controls. "We need to call someone," Lisa said, sitting up in bed. "This isn't normal." October 22nd, Wednesday. Tom called Google Nest support. They ran diagnostics, found nothing wrong. "Maybe you have an old device still linked. Previous owner's phone?" Tom checked the device list. Only their 2 phones showed, but he removed every device anyway, then re-added just theirs. That night at 3:19 a.m., the front door unlocked. Tom heard the click from the bedroom, bolted upright, grabbed his phone. The August app showed "Front Door Unlocked" by Richard C., 3:19 a.m. Richard C. The previous owner's name was Richard Caldwell. His account was still linked, but Tom had removed it, verified it, checked it 5 times. So how was Richard Caldwell still unlocking their door? Tom didn't sleep the rest of that night. At 6 a.m., he called Karen Reynolds. "You need to give me Richard Caldwell's contact information, now." "I can't do that without—" "He still has access to our smart home. He's controlling our devices, our locks, our cameras. I need to talk to him." Silence. Then, I'll reach out to him, ask him to contact you." "No, give me his number." "Mr. Reeves, there are privacy regulations. He's accessing our home remotely. That's illegal." More silence. Then Karen said quietly, "Let me see what I can do. I'll call you back." She didn't call back. Tom called her 4 times, left messages. Nothing. So he did what any software engineer would do. He started investigating. He pulled the router logs, found dozens of connections from an external IP address, not from inside the house. Someone outside their network was accessing their devices. The connections came from a Comcast IP in Denver. He ran a reverse lookup, got an address, 2847 Forest Street, Denver. Tom drove there during his lunch break. It was an apartment complex, run down, not the kind of place someone who owned a $650,000 smart home would move to. He checked the directory, no Caldwell listed. But on a hunch, he buzzed apartment 3B. No answer. He buzzed 3C. "Yeah?" A woman's voice, annoyed. "Hi, I'm looking for Richard Caldwell. I think he lives in 3B. "Richie?" "Yeah, but he's never home. Works all day, then just sits in there doing whatever." "Why?" "I need to talk to him. It's about his old house." A long pause. "You bought the house on Irving Street?" "Yes." "Jesus." Her voice changed, pity now. "Look, I don't know if you know this, but his daughter died there, like 2 years ago. He and his wife couldn't handle living there anymore. They got divorced. She moved to California, he moved here, but he's not okay. You know?" Tom's stomach dropped. "His daughter died in our house?" "In the master bedroom. I'm really sorry. I assumed the realtor told you." Tom went home and told Lisa, showed her what he'd found. "So he still has access because—" Lisa started. "Because he never unlinked the devices. Everything's still connected to his original accounts. When we took over, we just added our access. We didn't remove his. The realtor should have made sure." "The realtor knew his daughter died here. She had to disclose that. It's the law in Colorado." Tom pulled up their purchase documents, scrolled through pages of disclosures, found it on page 47. Previous occupant deceased on property, suicide, master bedroom, June 14th, 2023. They'd signed it. Neither of them had read that far into the legal documents. "Why would he still be accessing our house?" Lisa asked. "What's he doing?" That night, they watched. Tom set up a screen recording app to capture every change made to their smart devices. Stayed awake, waited. At 2:47 a.m., the living room Alexa activated, playing "Somewhere Over the Rainbow" by Israel Kamakawiwa Owe. The song started, soft, melancholic, beautiful. Lisa came downstairs. Did you ask for that? No. They stood in their living room at 3 a.m., listening to a sad song playing by itself. Tom checked the Alexa app. Play history showed requested by Richard's iPhone at 2:47 a.m. The thermostat changed, 72 degrees to 76 degrees. The app showed adjusted by Richard at 2:48 a.m. The Nest camera in the corner of the room rotated, pointing toward the stairs, toward the master bedroom on the second floor. He's watching us right now, Lisa whispered. Tom opened the Nest app. Camera access log showed Richard's account viewing the feed, live, at that moment. Tom walked to the camera, stared directly into it. Richard, I know you're watching. We need to talk. Please, just talk to us. Nothing for a moment. Then the camera rotated away, pointing at the wall. The thermostat changed back to 72. The music stopped. But Tom's phone buzzed. Text message. Unknown number. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare you. I just can't let go of that house. My daughter, she loved that house. It's all I have left of her. Please don't take away my access. It's the only place I can still feel close to her. Tom called the number. It rang 4 times, then voicemail. He left a message. Richard, this is Tom Reeves. I live in your old house now. We need to talk about the smart home access. Please call me back. An hour later, his phone rang. This is Richard. The voice was tired, worn, older than Tom expected. Mr. Caldwell, I appreciate you calling. I understand you lost your daughter. I'm very sorry. But you need to understand, you can't keep accessing our home. It's terrifying for my wife. She doesn't feel safe. I'm not trying to scare anyone. I know it sounds crazy, but when I control those devices, when I play her favorite song, when I set the temperature to how she liked it, it's like she's still there, like the house remembers her. Richard, your daughter isn't in our home anymore. We are. You need to let go. Silence. Then, did you know she died in your bedroom, in the master bedroom? That's where we found her. Tom closed his eyes. I know. I'm sorry. She was 17. Depression. We didn't see it coming. Or maybe we did and didn't want to admit it. She seemed fine. Then one day, his voice cracked. We couldn't live there after. My wife and I, we tried for 4 months, but everywhere we looked, we saw her. So we sold it, fast, below market, just to get out. I understand, but you're still holding on, through the smart devices. It's all I have. My wife moved to San Francisco, started over, but I can't. And when I found out the new owners hadn't removed my access, I know I should have told you, should have just let go, but I couldn't. Tom took a breath. What are you doing when you access the cameras? What are you looking for? Her room. The small bedroom on the second floor. That was hers. I look at it sometimes. See if anything's changed. If any trace of her is still there. I know it's wrong. I know it's... He trailed off. Richard, we need to remove your access. You understand that, right? This can't continue. I know. Can you give me 1 more week? Please? I'll say goodbye. Properly. Then I'll unlink everything. I promise. Tom looked at Lisa, who'd been listening on speaker. She shook her head no, mouthed, "Don't trust him." But Tom heard something in Richard's voice. Not malice, not threat, just grief. Bottomless, consuming grief. 1 week, Tom said. Then we're changing everything. And if you access anything after that, I'm calling the police. Thank you. I promise. 1 week. Richard kept his word. Mostly. For 3 days, nothing happened. No lights turning on, no music playing, no temperature changes. Tom checked the logs religiously. No access from Richard's accounts. Then on day 4, October 27th, Tom came home from work to find Lisa sitting at the kitchen table, crying. What happened? She slid her laptop across to him, email open, from Richard Caldwell. The subject line, "Please read this, it's important." The email was long, a confession, an explanation, an apology. Richard explains that he'd been using the smart home access for almost 18 months, since shortly after they moved out. He'd discovered by accident that the new owners hadn't removed his accounts. At first, he'd planned to tell them, but then he'd logged into the cameras one night and seen Emma's room, still painted the same color she'd chosen, still had the same layout. For a moment, looking at that room through the camera, he could pretend she was still there, just in another room, just around the corner. So he didn't tell them. He kept watching. Not the new owners, he wasn't interested in them, just the house, the space Emma had occupied. When Tom and Lisa bought it, he'd planned to let go, but he couldn't. The grief was too heavy, so he started controlling things, playing her favorite song, setting the temperature to what she'd liked, turning her bedroom light on at night the way it used to be when she was alive. "I wasn't trying to haunt you," the email read. "I was trying to keep her alive, in the only place that still remembers her. I know how this sounds. I know what I've done is wrong and probably illegal, but when you lose a child, rationality doesn't matter anymore. Nothing matters except finding any way to feel close to them again." The email continued. "I went to the house today. I didn't go inside. I promised I wouldn't. But I stood outside and looked at her bedroom window. And I realized something. She's not there. She hasn't been there for 2 years. I'm not keeping her alive. I'm keeping myself from living. I've unlinked all my accounts. You won't hear from me again. I'm sorry for what I put you through. I hope you can make happy memories in that house. Emma would have wanted that. She loved that house. She'd want someone to love it too. There's one more thing. I left something for her in the attic, a box with her name on it. Photos, letters, things I couldn't bear to take with me, but couldn't bear to throw away. If you find it, you can do whatever you want with it. Keep it, throw it out, donate it. It's not my house anymore. It's yours. Thank you for giving me time to say goodbye. Richard." Tom looked at Lisa. "Did you check the logs?" She nodded. "He unlinked everything yesterday. He's gone." That evening, they went to the attic, found the box in the corner, cardboard, worn, Emma written on the side in marker. Inside, photo albums, birthday cards, a stuffed animal, a journal, a graduation cap and gown. She'd never gotten to wear them. Letters Emma had written but never sent. Lisa opened the journal. Emma's handwriting young and looping. "I love this house. I love my room. I love how the evening light comes through my window and makes everything golden. If I could stay 17 in this house forever, I would." Lisa closed the journal carefully. "We should give this to him. These aren't ours. He said we could do what we wanted with them." "I know, but I think he needs them more than we do." Tom found Richard's apartment again. Knocked on 3B. No answer. Left the box outside the door with a note. "These belong to you. She loved the house. We'll take care of it. Tom and Lisa." 3 days later, Tom got a text from Richard. "Thank you. You didn't have to do that. I've started therapy. Real therapy. It's time. I hope you and your wife are happy there. Emma would have liked you." Tom never heard from him again. But sometimes, late at night, when the house was quiet, Tom would think about grief, about how technology had created new ways to hold on to the dead. Digital ghosts in smart homes, recorded voices on old phones, social media profiles that outlive their owners. Richard had turned their house into a shrine, controlling it remotely, trying to keep his daughter alive through thermostats and light bulbs and cameras. It should have been creepy. It was creepy, but it was also heartbreaking. The smart home devices still worked. Tom and Lisa kept them, changed all the passwords, removed all shared access, verified everything was secure. The house was theirs now, fully, completely. But Lisa insisted on one thing. They never changed Emma's bedroom, kept it painted the same color, kept the layout similar, not as a shrine, just as a quiet acknowledgement that this house had held someone else's life before theirs, someone who'd loved it, someone who'd wanted to stay. 6 months later, Lisa was working in her home office when Alexa spoke without prompting, playing Somewhere Over the Rainbow. Lisa froze, checked her phone. The Alexa app showed no history, no command, no user. Just a glitch. Had to be. But when she went downstairs, she found Tom in the living room, standing by the Alexa device, tears in his eyes. "I played it," he admitted. I wanted to remember what this house meant to someone before us." Lisa understood. They stood together, listening to the sad, beautiful song fill their home. Technology had given Richard a way to hold on to his daughter long after she was gone, had given him access to spaces and memories that should have been lost. It had been invasive, illegal, wrong, but it had also been human, desperately, heartbreakingly human. And maybe that was the real danger of smart homes. Not hackers or security breaches or privacy violations, but the way they let us blur the line between letting go and holding on, between memory and haunting, between homes that remember and houses that won't forget. Tom and Lisa lived in Emma's house now, but sometimes, just sometimes, they played her favorite song and set the temperature to 76 degrees and turned on her bedroom light. Not because they were haunted, because they remembered. And remembering, they'd learned, was a kind of kindness, too. If you listened until the end, thank you. Like if this story stayed with you. Subscribe for psychological thrillers that blur the line between mystery and emotion. Drop your thoughts in the comments. We read every single one.